Trey Gowdy is host of Sunday Night in America here on Fox. And Trey, you often help all of us think things through and think about what is right. I want you just to listen to one more clip from Haroon, who called into Fox and Friends this morning. Listen to his desperation here.
I'm talking about all those people. They're right behind the airport. 80% of them, they have paperwork that proves they did work with American. They did work with American. And now the Taliban are right there. They're seeing them every day with their paperwork. How you know they can videotape every one of those guys? And when you leave next month, they can one by one and get them out of their homes and kill them.
Condoleezza Rice, former Secretary of State, wrote an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal today, commend the whole thing to everyone. She said, if we do nothing else, we must urgently provide refuge for the Afghans who believed in us. We must demonstrate that we still believe in them. It didn't have to be this way. I was going to call you Congressman. I guess I can still call you Trey. It didn't have to be this way.
It did not, Dana. And, just stop and think. The world's greatest superpower spent 20 years. How much life and limb was lost? $1 trillion. And you've got people falling from airplanes because that's how badly they want to get out of that country. I mean, your chances of hanging onto the wheel of an airplane and surviving are about zero, but you're still willing to do it to try to get out of that country. And then you got streets devoid of women and girls because they can't go out. And the world's greatest, yes, I want Americans out. But I would think the world's greatest superpower could also protect women and girls in Afghanistan. And when I see images of them being killed outside the airport, everybody needs to give an explanation as to how this happened.
But, Trey, they plan for all contingencies. That's what they say. Repeatedly.
I heard Jake Sullivan say that. I also heard him say that in Libya. I'm stunned, Bill. We were told that Biden was the most experienced person to be president when it comes to foreign policy, that he's assembling this dream team, and they're caught not just flat-footed. They don't have a plan for now. I mean, it's one thing to say, hey, look, we didn't see that coming, but we got no plan, and he's defiant. And the last I heard from the president, he was 100% behind a 100% wrong decision.
Have you seen any of the reports, Trey? I know it was in the New York Times, and you could imagine that this was coming. Both sources in the intelligence community and the defense community all saying, we told him. We gave the information to the president, but this was the decision that he made.
You know, Dana, when the New York Times is criticizing a Democrat administration, it must be really, really bad. So I think we're in this mode of people trying to cover their own careers. So you're going to see leaks from the military and the intelligence community and probably the diplomatic corps that we warned Biden not to do it. Dana, I am welcoming John Ratcliffe to my home beginning tomorrow for a long weekend. I look forward to talking to him to the extent he can tell me about what the intelligence was warning. I mean, cutting a deal with the Taliban, and look, just to prove how bipartisan I am, I never would have invited them to the White House. I don't trust them, but for our plan to be contingent upon the Taliban doing the right thing, the group that stones women who have been raped, that's who we are depending on to do the right thing. That's not much of a plan.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfathomable. We have reached out to countless Democrats in Congress. Not a one has said yes to our invitation. Not one. And Trey, you could argue for the past 7 months that the media in America has been doing the work of this administration, right? And it was just perhaps Monday morning when that all changed. Do you agree with those observations?
Yeah. I think you have a very compelling case that the media in this country, 90% of it is doing the heavy lifting. But look, I was in the House. I wasn't rushing towards the television camera when there was bad news on our side. I mean, what would they tell you if they were on? I mean, they're going to claim to have hearings and hope that we forget, but the images of people falling from airplanes, the images of women and girls and children being beaten to death by a group that we were negotiating with, how would you explain it?
How long will it take for America to regain the respect of the world, our allies, and the respect that we need from our adversaries as well?
You know, there's an old quote, Dana, from a German philosopher. I'm not mad that you lied to me. I'm mad that I can't believe anything else you ever tell me. And I think that trust, once lost, trust is so hard to regain. I mean, that's true in relationships that don't involve countries. So I don't, Biden told us America is back. Remember, he went on his tour and apologized for the last 4 years. America is back. And the reality is the Taliban is back. I don't know that America's back, but I guarantee you the Taliban is back.
Trey, thank you. It's heavy stuff, It's when you think about a story that we've been watching for 20 years, waiting to see how it ends. This was not among the options. It was not among the choices, and we're watching this play out together. Trey, thank you. Just come on back to us today. Now, you mentioned the Condoleezza Rice thing.
Thanks, Trey.
In Washington Post a bit earlier today. I think it's profound. You read
Wall Street Journal.
Yeah.
WAPO.
If we do nothing else, urgently, it's okay. We must demonstrate we still believe in them. I just a few quotes here, right? I mean, these are the ones we highlighted. No, they didn't choose the Taliban, she writes. They fought and died alongside us, helping us degrade al-Qaeda. No, they didn't choose the Taliban. They seized the chance to create a modern society where girls could attend school, women could enter professions, and human rights could be respected. No, they didn't choose the Taliban. They built a fledgling democracy with elected leaders who often fail but did not brutalize their people as so many regimes in the region do. That's in direct response to what these administrators, Jake Sullivan and the president said about how the Afghans did not fight and they did not... Part of this blaming the Afghan government. One last thing here. More time would have served our strategic interests, she writes. Now we have to live with the consequences of our haste.